Ted Owens, the PK Man, Psychokinesis, aliens, and storm summoning. Imagine having the power to summon storms, communicate with alien intelligences, and accurately predict global disasters. This is the incredible story of Ted Owens, one of the most enigmatic and controversial figures in the world of the paranormal. Today we're diving into The PK Man by Jeffrey Mishlove, a book that explores Owens' claims, the strange phenomena surrounding him, and what it all might mean for our understanding of reality. Ted Owens, often referred to as the PK Man, claimed to possess psychokinetic abilities, or PK, allowing him to manipulate weather, control events, and even summon UFOs. Owens didn't just say he had these powers. He provided evidence through predictions, documented events, and witnesses who saw unexplainable phenomena occur around him. Owens claimed his abilities were linked to aliens he referred to as the space intelligences, SIs, who hovered in large UFOs above Earth. These beings, Owens claimed, lived in UFOs and communicated telepathically with him, guiding his actions and enhancing his abilities. In 1977, Owens predicted a major blackout in New York City, and within days, the city plunged into darkness. He forecasted plane crashes, natural disasters, and even political events, often with eerie accuracy. In one instance, Owens warned of a drought, followed by devastating storms in California. Both events occurred within the timeline he provided. Jeffrey Mishlove, Ph.D., is a respected scholar in the field of parapsychology. He is widely recognized for his expertise in consciousness studies, the paranormal, and hosted the long-running public television series Thinking Aloud. Mishlove's academic credentials and methodical approach bring credibility to a field often dismissed by mainstream science, making him a pivotal figure in exploring the boundaries of human potential and unexplained phenomena. Jeffrey Mishlove stated in his book, Ted Owens was either one of the greatest psychics of all time or someone who truly understood the mechanics of influencing reality itself. Owens claimed he could control the weather, summoning lightning storms and even hurricanes to prove his power. Witnesses often described seeing UFOs appear during these events, as if the space intelligences were watching over him. On one occasion, Owens demonstrated his abilities to a group of skeptics by calling forth a lightning strike right on cue. One of the most fascinating and controversial aspects of Ted Owens' story is his remarkable track record of accurate predictions, which he documented meticulously. Owens would send detailed letters to newspapers, government officials, and scientists, often outlining events in striking specificity. His predictions ranged from weather anomalies to sports outcomes, from natural disasters to catastrophic events involving public figures. What made these forecasts particularly chilling was not only their accuracy, but also the sheer audacity with which Owens would claim responsibility for them, crediting his psychokinetic abilities and the guidance of the space intelligences, SIs. For example, Owens would write letters to reporters and the media to warn about impending severe storms, power outages, or even airplane crashes, describing precise details such as dates, locations, and outcomes. When these events occurred exactly as described, skeptics and believers alike were forced to confront the unsettling possibility that Owens might truly possess extraordinary abilities. In one notable case, Owens claimed responsibility for creating an ice storm that paralyzed an entire city, as a demonstration of his power after officials ignored his warnings. His accuracy was not limited to natural phenomena. Owens also made precise predictions about human behavior, such as the outcomes of political events or the results of sports games. In one case, he predicted the exact circumstances under which a major boxing match would end, down to the round in which a knockout would occur. When the event unfolded just as he had stated, even skeptics were left speechless. Ted Owens' collaboration with J.B. Rhine at Duke University was a pivotal moment in his exploration of psychokinesis. Rhine, a leading parapsychologist, oversaw experiments that allowed Owens to refine his purported abilities under scientific observation. Owens believed these experiences deepened his connection to the space intelligences, the alien entities he claimed guided his powers. In addition to his work with Rhine, Owens served as a hypnotherapist, exploring altered states of consciousness to unlock latent psychic potential. He viewed these endeavors as essential steps in mastering his abilities and understanding the broader nature of reality. While skeptics questioned his claims, reports of unexplained phenomena during his experiments sparked ongoing debate about the nature of his powers and their possible extraterrestrial origins. Ted Owens' interactions with football teams and their coaches provide a fascinating glimpse into the unsettling reach of his claimed abilities. Owens often targeted teams or coaches who had crossed him or dismissed his warnings, using what he called PK energy to influence the outcomes of games. On several occasions, after Owens threatened a team, bizarre weather events, freak accidents, or inexplicable losses would follow, leaving coaches rattled and terrified of his apparent power. One of the most infamous incidents involved Owens claiming to summon a severe storm to disrupt a crucial game, exactly as he had warned. The coaches, many of whom initially dismissed him as a crank, were left shaken by the precise fulfillment of his threats. For Owens, these events were another way to prove his abilities and demonstrate the influence of the space intelligences he claimed guided him. For those involved, they were eerie and unexplainable, adding to Owens' fearsome reputation. While some argued that Owens' predictions could be attributed to coincidence, statistical probability, or even vague wording, others found the sheer volume and specificity of his claims too extraordinary to ignore. The letters that Owens wrote, which served as a written record, remain a compelling and unsettling testament to his abilities, leaving an enduring mystery about the true source of his knowledge. Whether through psychic ability, manipulation of reality, or an uncanny grasp of probabilities, Owens left behind a legacy that continues to challenge conventional understanding of what is possible. Central to Owens' story were the space intelligences, the alien beings he said empowered his abilities. He described them as highly advanced interdimensional entities who used UFOs as a means of interacting with our reality. Owens believed the SIs had chosen him as their emissary to demonstrate humanity's latent potential for psychokinesis and to warn of global catastrophes. Owens described the SIs as both benevolent and terrifying, capable of immense power but deeply interested in guiding humanity's evolution. He often referred to them as his alien friends, though their presence often brought chaos into his life. One of the most unnerving episodes in The PK Man describes Ted Owens encountering a growling, menacing entity while staying at a remote cabin. Owens believed this being was connected to the space intelligences, SIs, but represented a darker, more primal aspect of their influence. Witnesses recalled the eerie sounds of guttural growls emanating from the darkness, accompanied by an oppressive sense of dread. Owens interpreted the event as a demonstration of the SI's power, a reminder that their influence extended beyond human comprehension. This encounter left an indelible mark, adding another layer of high strangeness to Owens' already extraordinary story. Perhaps the most harrowing and heartbreaking episode in The PK Man involves Ted Owens' desperate warnings about the space shuttle, Challenger. In the weeks leading up to the disaster, Owens repeatedly begged Jeffrey Mishlove to intervene and stop the launch. He claimed the space intelligences had shown him a vision of the shuttle exploding mid-air and insisted the tragedy could be averted if action was taken. Mishlove, torn between skepticism and the impossibility of influencing NASA, ultimately did not act on Owens' pleas. When the Challenger tragically exploded on January 28, 1986, exactly as Owens had foreseen, the weight of his prediction haunted Mishlove. This incident remains one of the most chilling examples of Owens' uncanny foresight and the potential cost of ignoring his warnings. Ted Owens must have lived with a profound sense of frustration and isolation, repeatedly demonstrating his extraordinary abilities only to be met with skepticism, ridicule, or outright disbelief. Imagine possessing a gift or a burden that allows you to influence or foresee events with uncanny accuracy, yet having to constantly prove it to a world that refuses to acknowledge it. Owens sent countless letters documenting his predictions, hoping to gain validation or spark curiosity about the broader forces at play. But more often than not, he was dismissed as a fraud or ignored altogether. This lack of recognition likely compounded his feelings of alienation, creating a sense of being misunderstood and undervalued. For someone who believed he was chosen by the space intelligences to deliver critical messages to humanity, the world's indifference must have felt like both a personal failure and a tragic loss for humankind. Jeffrey Mishlove, the author of The PK Man, is one of the world's foremost paranormal researchers. With a doctorate in parapsychology, he's dedicated his life to exploring the boundaries of human potential and the mysteries of the mind. Mishlove's meticulous research and open-minded approach make The PK Man not just a biography of Ted Owens, but a deeply thoughtful exploration of the nature of reality itself. Through Mishlove's lens, we see Owens not just as a fringe figure, but as someone who might hold the key to understanding the extraordinary capabilities of consciousness. So what are we to make of Ted Owens and his incredible claims? Was he truly in contact with interdimensional beings? Did he possess psychokinetic abilities, or was he simply a man with a profound understanding of how to influence people and events? The PK Man leaves us with more questions than answers. Whether you see Owens as a psychic prodigy or a conduit for alien intelligences, his story compels us to explore the outer edges of what we know about the paranormal, the mysteries of the human mind, and the vast, uncharted territories of the universe. His story forces us to confront the limits of our understanding of the paranormal, the mind, and the universe itself. If you're fascinated by UFOs, psychic phenomena, or the mysteries of human potential, The PK Man is a must-read. Jeffrey Mishlove's work offers a rare glimpse into the life of a man who defied explanation and the extraordinary events that surrounded him. Thanks for watching Mysteria Luna. If you are interested in these topics, like, share, and subscribe.